Alright. Story lock after not kissing Hiriko, day 10. I'm surprised that we've got to this part. That we have spun that against all odds. But there we go.
So do we choose to fight Blossom Dance?
Oh. Alright, we're going to the block scenario. Open. All clear. Alright.
Strictly speaking, neither of us are time travelers in the way you think we are. This isn't a matter of us leaping back in time. It's more that we're trapped in a time loop. That goes for me, and you too. You're the same as me, Takumi. You're not a time traveler. You're a time looper.
When I heard those words, my head seemed to fill with a blinding bright light, and then... Next thing I knew, I was back in my room, lying on my bed. Hiriko was there with me.
You promised me you wouldn't let the truth destroy you. And yet, you fainted the moment you heard it. What are you? A salmon roe?
What do you mean by that?
You're soft and squishy and fall apart when the heat is on.
She had a point. I hauled myself up and got to my feet. Alright. Sunlight was streaming in through the window. I must have been lying there all night. I remember about the other times I've lived through these 100 days. About what happened in those other, I guess we should call them timelines.
Oh.
But not all of them, right? Yeah, it's all little fragments.
Oh.
How many did you remember? 10, 20? More than that? No, not even that many. Still just a beginning. Come with me. Hey, where we're going this time? You wanted to hear the whole truth, did you? It's not something I can talk about here. I left the room, still feeling a little clueless. I followed her.
Where is this going?
We should be safe in here. First, I want you to hear what you know. The TLs you'll remember. How much you remember. That's the abbreviation for timeline I've been using in my head. We could use a full version if you want. I'm not really sure how to explain which ones I remembered though.
Oh.
Any key points or characteristics will do. Okay, but honestly, I don't feel good about this. Too many of the timelines I remember ended in tragedy. So many of our friends died in those alternate realities. They were murdered. Killed in ways so gruesome and cruel that I didn't even want to say them out loud. It hurt just to think about them. I started to think I'd been better off never remembering it all. On the other hand, I warned you once you know the truth, there's no going back. You said you could handle it. You promised not to let it destroy you. I did say that. Now that I had to stand by it, in spite of the pain it caused me, I began to speak. Okay, here goes. Slowly, hesitantly, it turned Hiriko I remembered about the other timelines. Gi parasites. A series of murders caused by them. The exorcism rituals I held with Gaku. Getting into the escape pod with Hiriko and Tsubasa and setting off from the satellite. There was another timeline with a serial killer in it too. Except that time it turned out to be Yugamu. Wait, Yugamu? Yugamu was the killer? I felt a sudden jolt and pain in my head. My memories must have been getting mixed up. you alright? I think so. Squeeze Hiriko's hand to reassure me, and I carried on. I told her about another time when our zombies started lingering. We tried using Ugamu as bait at first. But even after that, our friends kept dying and coming back as zombies. In the end, I got caught by them too, and... Queen. Wait a minute, did I become a zombie that time on as well? Yeah, you were killed on day 58. I think I remember that. The zombie Ato attacked me from behind. But after that, there's nothing. Guess you wouldn't remember being a zombie, huh? Of course not. By that point, I wasn't me anymore. We'll talk more about that timeline later. Tell me about the others. There's not much to tell you. There's just one more I can't remember. That one all started with Gagu being killed, then Kako's body being found. Poisoned. After some investigation, we figured out that it was Shoma who killed Kako. Then he was found dead too, killed by Ava. You know about Ava, right? You don't have to check in with me like that. Assume I know everything besides what happened while I was zombified. Okay, well, Ava activated her self-destruct device and died too. But that still wasn't the end of it. The killings continued. Next there was Tsubasa and Moko. And then Karan was found strangled in the secret room in the school's basement. That's all I know. Shoma and Ava both mentioned a mastermind called X. We never figured out who that was. It was probably them who killed Gagu, Tsubasa, Moko, and Karara, though. Moko pushed her glasses up and redirected her piercing glare at me. That really everything? Yeah, of course. She stared into space for a while, her expression unreadable. She was clearly thinking hard, but what I had no idea. Finally she spoke. Take back what I said before. You're not a salmon roe. Your mind is a tempered steel shell. I could shrug off any attack. Does that mean? Don't worry about it. You'll understand soon enough.
Huh?
Why do we keep moving around? To throw off anyone who might be trying to eavesdrop on us. Is someone really doing that? Probably not, but it pays to be careful. So going from place to place is safer than staying put and going through the whole story? You're going to I suppose it's my turn. Ask me anything apart from my credit card information. Okay, well, first of all, I want to know about your memories. When did you start remembering other timelines? Remember what happened on day 3? That's when you decided to keep it a secret that you'd come from the future. You made up the story about reading Ato's diary and explaining how you knew what he was up to. My memories returned right after that, although I don't remember everything either. So far, I've only managed to recall 146 timelines. 146? Yes, I've been through at least 146 loops, and most of them made it to day 100. Doing the math, that's 14,600 days divided by 365. That makes 40. 40. I've been living at this school in this loop for at least 40 years. 40 years? 600 days. It was hard to even wrap my head around it at the time. It was making my brain freeze up on it. I just stood there completely dumbfounded. And that's only the bare minimum. Accounting for loops I haven't remembered yet, the real number is probably even bigger. This is only speculation, but I think something similar is going on with you. Huh? There's a good chance you've lived through these 100 days just as much as I have. At least 146 or 40 years. It's all happened, you've just forgotten about it.
There was even one timeline where everyone worshipped me.
Change locations again. I was still dazed and confused.
Now it's writing time!
Hiriko picked up the conversation without prompting. Across those 146 loops, lots of different things have happened. Obviously. But apart from a few exceptions, the enemy attacks always occur on the same days. That's why I insisted we go to Second Left Defense Academy on day 6. Day 7 would have been too late. That's when Mervram attacked the school. Likewise, on day 8, there would have been attacks on both academies. If that had happened, somebody would be sure to die. Getting the entire special defense unit together on day 6 was the only way to prevent that. Did you tell Siri and Nigo all of this? Yes, including the part about me being a time looper. It's all starting to add up now. That's how those two suddenly knew when the attacks would happen. And they made a lot of these backgrounds. Like, why did you tell Tell me about the loop. You told Siri and Ego, but not me.
Huh?
I did tell you. I've told you and the others so many times with so many timelines. But things always played out in the worst possible ways when I did.
Oh.
All of you died, and I was the only one left standing. It happened like that like dozens of times. For some reason, telling people the truth only takes us down dark, chaotic paths. It's like we're cursed and never able to escape our fate or change it for the better. I don't want to watch you all die anymore. So I stayed quiet about it. Thought if I didn't tell anyone, then maybe.
Ah.
But you're telling me about it now. Is that okay? You're the one who kept asking. You just wouldn't let it go. Yes, that's true. Kiriko drew in a deep breath and exhaled. She repeated the process like a couple times until she regained her usual composure. It's alright. That's not the only reason I decided to tell you. I have a feeling that this timeline might be different. Got no concrete grounds for thinking that, but I reached into her pocket. She brought out the calico cat figure I'd given her yesterday and squeezed it tenderly. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Put the cat back in her pocket and said no more. Well. This explains a lot, but I still don't understand how we got stuck in this time loop in the first place.
Oh.
Before we get into that, let me tell you something more about the loop itself. It begins on our second day here, more specifically the night of day 2, right before Ato destroys Sire. When the loop resets, that's always the point in time that we return to.
Huh?
And when one doesn't reset, it depends. There are two possibilities. Either when we die or at 10 a.m. on day 100. Day 100, 10 a.m.? Yes, right around the time the school launches its final attack. Whatever reason, even if we make it to the end, we still can't escape this place. When it gets to 10 o'clock, we'll be forced back to day 2 to do it all again. You said you remembered a timeline where we managed to get into the escape pod, yes? But do you remember anything from after that? I remember taking off from the satellite, watching this final attack through the window. But there's nothing left after. There's nothing after that. See, you don't have any memories of us actually reaching the artificial satellite. Neither do I. Before we can get there, our consciousnesses are pulled back, and we start again from day 2. But is it really all true? Somehow I get to visit memories of days beyond day 100. I know I said things turn back in the day 100 10 a.m., but that's no more than an educated guess. It could end up being slightly earlier or later, or in some situations much later. But even so, it doesn't change the fact that we'll be brought back to the evening of day 2 at some point. So even that ending where all our memories are reset and we're given the task of living our lives and repopulating the planet, still goes back at some point.
Oh.
Think about it. If you can continue to exist in a timeline after day 100 into old age, how could you possibly retain those memories from day 100 in the here and now? Right, if we weren't caught in this loop, I wouldn't be able to remember any of that time. I must have gone back to even in those longer timelines, and that's why I could only vaguely remember them. Going beyond day 100 is an extremely rare, anomalous event. Probably safe to say that in general, the loop turns back on itself on day 100 at 10 a.m. When I arrived back in the past, I didn't have any memories from other timelines. Was it the same for you here? I told you already, didn't I? My memory started returning on day 3. We forget everything the moment we return to the start of the loop. In some cases, like right now, we suddenly remember them again. No idea what causes it, or if there's any kind of rule governing the process. It's weird, especially since I still remember my first timeline when I go back to day 2. That's probably because you are your cryptic loop. What do you mean? The first timeline we experienced, I'll just call it the first cycle, to make things easier. During that cycle, you absorbed Ato's power, but not just his.
When I was killed by Ato, all of my cryptoglobin was incorporated into him. And now, By way of Ato, that cryptoglobin resides in you.
Huh.
On the 100th day of the first cycle, you had the Ghost Boy's power inside you. That made you strong enough to retain your memories when you travel back in time. Wait a minute, so the time loop and cryptoglobin are related somehow?
Oh.
It only stands to reason. Think about it. What's your specialist skill? Special redo, the power to try things again.
Oh.
See, it all adds up. But what about you? Your special discipline skill is totally different from mine. You know how some people are really good at multiple subjects, like history and math? It's the same principle. So you've got the power to redo things as well. I do. But why haven't I ever seen you do it before? Technically, I've never seen you redo something either. Yeah, because the effects of skills that alter the flow of time are only visible to their user. Neither of us can tell when the other uses the skill, or what changes when they do. Does that mean there are defensive battles that we've only won thanks to you redoing stuff? I've lived through this loop 146 times. Don't underestimate what I can do. Okay, I think I get that the time loop is somehow caused by our specialist skills, but there's still something I don't understand. At the end of the first cycle, I wanted to change things for more than anything. That's how I was able to go back to the night of day 2. Why does it keep happening in other timelines? Just dying or making it to day 10 a.m. on day 100 pulls us back to the same point.
Oh.
I don't know, but I have a theory. Because that initial jump back in time was a trigger. When I think of spinning tops, they'd never stop spinning if it wasn't for friction. The same goes for things like pendulums or springs going downstairs. In a situation where there's no resistance, all of it would take was one little push and they keep moving forever. Forever. That's right. That mean we're going to be stuck in this time loop, forever?
Oh.
There must be a way to break out of it. Has to be. What is it? You think I put up with that idiotic face of yours for over 14,000 days if I do? So we don't know how to escape. Not right now, at least. But what? This is the first timeline we're currently in is different from the others I remember. We made it to day 11 without a single member of our team dying. In all 146 loops, that's never happened before. This timeline must be special somehow. Is that necessarily a good thing, though? If neither of us had experienced a timeline like this before, we won't be able to predict what's going to happen. That's true, aside from when the enemy attacks occur, that is. This could be our chance to finally escape the loop. All the other timelines have ended in tragedy, one way or another. But this one could be different. The fact that we don't know what's coming means there's still untapped possibilities. Those eyes were sparkling. I've never seen her this excited. Do you remember what I told you on the night of the third day? About not killing Ato and keeping your time travel secret from the others? Said they were probably the right choices. Because those choices are what created this timeline where we finally have a chance to stop to change things. Exactly. So then by coming from the future and then in the time loop, if we want to preserve this timeline's integrity, it's best that we don't tell the others. There's a good chance things will develop the way they did in the other timelines if we do. Alright. Things are looking up. Alright. There's still plenty I didn't understand about this time loop.
For now.
I had a pretty good grasp of the basics. It felt like Kiriko had told me everything she knew about it anyway. There were other questions I needed answers to. What was it that Theory had handed to Kiriko the day of the war room? What was with that old lab in the ruins? What was parallel leaping? Why was Ato still alive when I saw his dead body before? Why did Hiroko try to strangle me at that time in the infirmary? What was the drone she put in the revival matic? And perhaps strangest of all, why was she crying when I saw her on the roof at the end of day 9? Just as I was about to ask her, that should do it for today. Huh?
Oh.
You need time to process all this information. We can pick up this conversation again tomorrow. No, I'm fine, really. But Hiroko wouldn't listen. She turned around and headed back towards school, refusing to say anything. Oh man, why is she always like this? Alright, well...
Because it would be boring otherwise.
Yeah. But not much else to do. I went back to my room. Thinking about all those mysteries wouldn't do me a lot of good now. Not to mention, we'll still have plenty of battles to fight from here on. I need to keep building my bonds with the rest of the team, so we're ready for those challenges. Maybe I'll take a look around and see how everyone's doing. Free time!
I feel like it's been a while since we had one of those.
A little bit. So like, I kind of wonder if 146 is the number, like, is the exact number that she'll always say no matter what, or if like, that has to do with how many times I've time traveled or used the chapter select button or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sort of scared to find out.
Well, since Ato's alive, I'm gonna prioritize getting his, like, getting him up. Just like increasing his yeah. If I can find anything that he likes. Oh, dark glasses.
You truly understand me, Takumi. You've turned my hate into love.
I don't think I want to.
He likes the e-reader. And that gives us a lot of, like, and we have a lot of machine parts, so we can get that.
You truly...
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. Make sure you get some serious R&R while you can, so you're ready for the next enemy attack. Well then, good night.
Mirko said we talk more tomorrow. He's finally started telling me stuff, so I don't think she's about to go back on that promise now. I had no choice but to trust her. I crawled back into bed and let myself drift off, wondering what revelations tomorrow would bring.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 12th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy!
Mirko called me after breakfast. She told me to meet her in the entrance hall. And it looks like she's already here.
Huh?
Are we exploring outside today? Don't you want to hear the rest of my story? Yeah, of course. And don't ask questions and follow me. Don't forget your fire extinguisher. Mirko walked away at a brisk pace and grabbed an extinguisher and hurried after her. Mirko walked away at a brisk pace, fire extinguisher.
So we all got the bus go around there.
We're not using the bus though.
Huh.
Like, where are we going?
Oh?
Why are you always so dense? I know what you want to ask me. We're going to the one place I can properly explain things. I mean, that old lab?
Oh.
Better than giving you a labotomy. That was a joke. Yeah, I didn't think she was being serious. It was just so weird to hear her go joke about anything. Now stop wasting time with your nonsense and get going. Let's get going. Nonsense. I didn't even say anything. Hiriko's already on the moon, too far away to hear any protest on my throat. Jeez. I muttered my complaints to the air instead and followed after her.
Almost as bad as Quentle getting Quentled.
Ugh. On the way to the lab, I filled Hiriko in on what happened right at the time of the zombie outbreak. Like she told me yesterday, she didn't have any memories of the second half of that timeline, or more accurately, to anything that happened after she was zombified. Yeah. Ugh.
Ah.
It's just like I thought. Those zombies were created by GE parasites. It all began with the Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 specimens the army of Gaku brought back. Alpha 2 was already in its male spawning phase. It laid its eggs in the bodies of our dead friends, including me.
Oh?
Then those eggs hatched the male Gi and burrowed into the corpse brains, temporarily reanimating them. That also explains one of the biggest mysteries around here. Which one? You're better off not knowing. I know you'll all keep pestering me about it, so I'll tell you later. Oh boy.
I wasn't gonna ask you about it. 10 minutes later. What about it?
Like when we arrived at the lab, Hiriko dispelled her class armor. I did the same. Why did we change back into regular clothes? You can't put on a leap suit while wearing class armor. I don't think we'll actually need one of the suits this time, but it's just forced to happen. Why don't they work if you got class armor on? Leap suits have the ability to repel Hema Anima. They're not affected by attacks from class weapons. If you try to put one on in class armor, the two surfaces would refuse to touch each other, like magnets with the same polarities. And doing a parallel leap without one of the suits is a bad idea, right? You shouldn't need to ask me that. You've already experienced leap damage firsthand. What? Damage is what happens if you parallel leap without a leap suit. You've mentioned this leaping stuff a couple of times now. What does it mean? That's what I brought you here to explain. Are you familiar with the concept of parallel universes? Yeah, Aita told me about them in the first cycle. They're basically alternate realities, right? Are you saying the different timelines we've experienced are the same thing? Exactly. If it helps, you can think of parallel universes as worlds of other timelines. So parallel leaping is, just like the name implies, it's the process of traveling or leaping to a parallel universe. Leaping kind of implies we're going pretty far. People call trips through time leaps sometimes, right? Is it anything like that? No, the direction is completely different. Time leap means going forward or back in time. A parallel leap is more like horizontal movement. Or like changing trains to ride a different line. Like, we can't use the parallel leaps to go back to the past or forward to the future. Instead, we move to the same place in the same point in time, but a different timeline. Take a look at this diagram. Let's say we leap from timeline A at 1:01 a.m. We arrive at timeline B at the same time, 1:01 a.m. Essentially, our coordinates in the time don't change, only the world we inhabit. There's another difference too. A time leap would be like your journey back after the first cycle, only your consciousness was affected. Not like you got into a time machine and physically went back in time. Well, that's not the case with parallel leaps. When we leap, our bodies are traveling to those alternate realities. And the thing that makes it possible is this, the PLM. Probably guessed it from the PL part, but it stands for Parallel Leap Machine. Wait a minute. You mean that night just after midnight on day 5, we leap left to another timeline? You only just figured that out. You really are slow sometimes. Where did we go, though? Which timeline was it? To answer my question, Hiriko took out a handheld device and showed me the screen. That's that's literally the menu.
Dazrasil had.
Yeah, what is this? It's a map of different timelines based on the time machine's data. The timeline we went to that night was Hunt Mystery. Hunt what? It's a timeline that splits in two on day 25. One of them you don't remember yet. We're forced to participate in a killing game called the Invader Hunt. I call that branch the Hunt Timeline. Oh my... What the... Okay. The other branch you should remember, the mystery, the one where Gaku was killed on day 5 and Kaku's body was found on day 27. You investigated the matter and figured out that it was Shoma who killed Kaku. But then Shoma himself was killed this time. He pinned Ava as the culprit. But then she self-destructed and things only got worse from there. Yeah. You were beset by a whole host of mysteries, but still did your best to solve them. That's why I call this branch the Mystery Timeline. Hunt and Mystery Timelines, huh? So wait, we went back in time to that part specifically. But, did we see Hiroko did we see someone in a suit on day 5? In one of the suits?
Hard
Oh.
to say.
That's right, and this is the line that both of them split off from. So I'll combine the names together, making this the Hunt Mystery Timeline. That's the one we went to. Yes, on day 5, just after midnight. But why did you want to go there anyway? They had 2 objectives. One was to prevent Gaku's death. The other was to do something about Omega. Wait, what? Wait, Omega? Who's that? Just for a moment, Hiroko hesitated. Omega is the one who killed Gaku. I mean, X. Isn't that the mastermind behind the murders in the timeline was called? No, X and Omega are different people. Omega had his brain infected with Gi data. There was no physical parasite there. It was just the same as if he was taken over one by one. So Takumi. That's what drove him to murder Gaku. Even if I hadn't dealt with him, he would have tried to kill again. That's why I went to that timeline to remove the Gi data from Omega's brain. Those were my goals that night. Honestly, I still don't get it. I waited for her to carry on. On day 4, you saw me and Sirei talking with us. The thing he gave me that day was a cerebral glitch repair program, or rather a thumb drive with a program loaded onto it. I couldn't have erased the Gi data without that. Why did Sirei even have something like that? That's a matter for another day. The important thing is that he handed it over. Once I had that program, I jumped to the Hunt Mystery Timeline at midnight on day 5, just like you saw. Hiro went in to tell me what happened during the time I lost track of her. First of all, she went back to school and rang Omega's doorbell. She hid on the dorm roof and waited for the murderer to come out. She then dropped down and knocked him out with a strike on the back of the neck. Yeah, it's Takumi. With Omega unconscious, all that was left was to take him to the infirmary and run the repair program on him. But then the Gi data in his brain took over, got up, grabbed Hiroko's arm, and threw her against the wall. I was still down in the morgue at the time, freaking out over seeing Ato's body. Of course, now I realized that was Ato from that timeline, not the one I knew. In that timeline, I must have decided to kill him on the night of day 2 and absorb his cryptoglobin, so it was only natural that his corpse would be there. Why did I do that anyway? Anyway, that was when I heard the noise. Turns out it was the sound of Hiroko crashing into the wall upstairs. When I went into the corridor, I heard another noise. It must have been the infirmary door opening. That was when Omega got away from me. He must have realized there was someone else around and ran. Of course, I didn't actually see any of this. That blow against the wall knocked me out. And then the next time you came to was when I was holding you. That's right. Then I kicked you into the stomach and tried to break that little matchstick you call a neck. Would you try to sound a little more sorry about that? I already apologized. Yeah, but you never told me why you did it. What do you mean? Haven't you figured it out yet? I had a bad feeling about this. A chill ran down my spine and it broke into goosebumps. After you blacked out, I got a proper look at you. I noticed something. There was a purple rash on your face. That's one of the symptoms of leap damage. That's when I realized I made a mistake. So I released you and went to look for Omega instead. I knew where he'd be, the classroom on the first floor. From the way things played out before, he was bound to show up there eventually. Got there as fast as I could, but
I was too late. When I opened the door, I saw Gaku's body, covered in blood. And standing above him was Omega, still waving around a kitchen knife.
Please, don't tell me it was Omega.
I'm sorry, but it's true. Omega's true identity. The person with the Gi data in their brain. The one who killed Gaku. It was you, Takumi Sumino.
No, it's a lie. I won't believe it. I did it. I killed Gaku? No, it can't be. That can't be true.
But it's true.
Yeah. All those murders was you.
Just not in sound mind, but still. Or not well controlled, but still.
Up and Adam troops! Get ready for your... Prepare to spend a... Be ready to give your life...
This is the second time you've done this. I'm starting to get tired of it.
Did I pass out back at the lab?
Yes. And I carried you all the way back. I'd say that makes us even for the whole accidental strangling incident.
Yeah, I mean,
It's fine. I can see why you did it now. You thought I was the me from that Hunt mystery timeline.
got up and got out of bed. I remembered about the other timelines that I've experienced. Said that already. Back on day 2, yeah, but I remember more of them now. What do you remember exactly? Well, I hesitated, but there wasn't memories. These weren't memories I particularly wanted to dredge up again. It wasn't the Hunt mystery this time, was it? You remember the serial killer timeline, didn't you? Serial killer timeline. It didn't take a genius to figure out which one she was. Except the killer wasn't Yugamu, it was me. In that timeline, I killed Ava, then Moka, then Takamaro, and Kurama, and Shoma, Dharma, and Iman Kako. All of them. Everyone. All my friends. And in the end, even Nozomi started shivering uncontrollably, fell off balance like I make a lapsity minute. Alright. What do you think? It wasn't alright, not even a little, but I put my hand on my chest, forced myself to take some deep breaths. Probably repressing those memories until now as a self-defense mechanism. You'll seal them away in a corner of your mind without even being aware of it. That's why I likened your mind to a steel shell before. I guess you really are fragile as a salmon roe after all. I wasn't paying attention to what Hero was saying, and the only thing I could hear was my own raging heart. This might sound like an empty platitude, but I assure you, I say it as someone with 40 years worth of experience. Don't beat yourself up over this. It's not your fault. You aren't the same person who did those horrible things. The one who killed Gaku on day 5 was a Hunt mystery to me. Likewise, the Takumi in the serial killer timeline was someone completely different from who you are
Let's
now.
press on and on and on!
And even with those other versions of you, it was really the Gi data in their brains that made them act that way. They weren't in control of themselves. You don't have to bear the responsibility for their crimes. They finally started to slow down. I wiped away the cold sweat that had formed on my forehead. But what is this Gi data anyway, and how did it get into my brain? I didn't know either until last night when you told me about the zombie outbreak. In that zombie timeline, you were infected on day 100. The Alpha 1 Gi Queen laid an egg inside you. Yeah, that egg then hatched into another queen, which burrowed its way into your brain and fused with you on a cellular level. Hey, but right after that, the attack began, and everything blew up. Yeah, like this.
And then everybody died.
Ugh.
Your consciousness didn't disappear. Like, didn't just disappear at the end of the time loop climb. It was brought back to the start of the loop on day 2, along with all your memories. Our memories persist across timelines, so they exist in our brains as some kind of cognitive data. And in this case, that data included the presence of the Gi. The parasite itself didn't travel back in time with you, but it had merged with you so completely that it was already part of your consciousness when you came back. Isn't that going to be a problem? Doesn't that mean my brain still has the data in it even now? Don't worry about it. It won't take you over again. The version of you that's here now has already been treated. Treated?
Oh.
This is the timeline from after you successfully had the GE data removed. There are timelines like that? Trust me, a lot can happen over the course of 146 loops. I meant to tell you yesterday, but Omega, the U, and the Hunt mystery timeline have been treated now too. You remember I said I walked in on Omega killing Gaku, the first floor classroom? Before he could escape again, I ran up to him and injected him with an anesthetic I got from the infirmary. A few seconds later, he was out cold. I hoisted him onto my back and carried him upstairs. Back in the infirmary, I put him in one of the recovery drones and got to work. I still had the repair program Sierra gave me. I installed it in Revivomatic and used it to erase the GE data from Omega. Saw me doing that, didn't you? Right, I did. You asked me who was in the machine before. Well, it was you. The mystery version.
Oh.
At any rate, the treatment was a success. The GE data was completely removed from Omega's brain. The Takumi is in both the Hunt and mystery timelines. That branch off from there will be fine too. We won't have to worry about them hurting or killing anyone now.
Huh?
That's good, but what did you do with that me after you finished treating him? I took him back to his room and put him in bed, not unlike what I did with you last night.
Oh.
Then I went back to the infirmary and slapped you around until you came back to him too. I'm assuming you can remember that? Yeah, I always remember you saying I couldn't save him. Now you told me all this. Told me that I could see you met Gaku. Expression clouded over, she gave a little nod, her brows knitted together in sorrow and frustration. Alright, so after rejecting the yeah, wait. Give me a sec. Want to look at this real quick. Okay. This timeline, this is the mystery route and the killing game route. Okay. So, and then and then over here is the slasher route. Yeah. And also a route we didn't find, but... So, specifically in this point right here, or this point right here, that's when the Hiroko from our current present went back and removed the GE data. But by then, by then Gaku was already dead. So basically, she prevented the slasher route from happening in this time, in this branch specifically. And then that version of Takumi ended up being the one down here. That's in those loops.
It's like that one timeline from Ocarina, from the Zelda timeline where they prevented the final battle of Ocarina of Time from happening at all, which led to Twilight Princess.
A lot of different time. Like, come on, don't be like that. This is all my fault anyway. I was the one who killed the version of Gaku, and everyone else in the serial killer timeline too. How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? That wasn't your fault. It was nice to hear her gonna say that, but it didn't do any good. Still felt like I was caught in a dark, sludgy whirlpool that was dragging me down, threatening to swallow me whole. What am I gonna do with you? Remember your promise, don't let the truth destroy you. I had a feeling you'd react like this. That's why I was keeping it from you. I just knew you would end up feeling like you were responsible for the whole thing. I wanted these thoughts to go away. I wanted it all to stop. Everything I had to croak up my next words. Sorry, but I'd like to be alone for a while. I sighed again, shaking her head in bewilderment, but she left all the same. Full silence fell over the room. Sworn I heard a heavy rumbling gurgling out from somewhere deep beneath the ground. It sounded like the agonized groans of everyone who died because of me. Or I'm just hungry. I dropped to the floor, covered my ears, and closed my eyes.
Up and Atom Troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 14th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric...
My head was really empty. I didn't want to do anything or think about anything or even breathe, really. I just sat there in the corner of my room. I hugged my knees and curled up tight, wishing I could disappear while time continued to flow around me. Your voices outside, my friends chatting and laughing. The sound cut into me like a knife. In another timeline, I'd been one to steal that laughter from them forever. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. At some point, my room started to get dark. The sun must be going down outside. Darkness seemed to trickle in until it filled the space completely. Lying there in the same position for so long, I lost all sensation, all awareness of my body. It didn't even feel like my body anymore. It's like my soul had come loose and I was staring down at my physical form up above. The visitor came in a little after that. How long are you gonna stay like this?
Oh?
Everyone's worried about you. They think you're sick. Well, I told them you were anyway. Couldn't exactly tell them you were feeling guilty about things another version of you did in an alternate reality. If you want to hear it, not here because I want to be. The others just sent me to ask you something. You what? Tomorrow's day 15 means another attack coming. They want to know if you'll be joining the battle.
Oh.
Or are you going to abandon them? Are you going to betray them? Do you just not care if they all get killed? They've already been killed. I killed them myself. All of them, one after another. I'm dead because of me. I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I don't care. Just let whatever happens happen. I really can't do anything. She continued to stare at me, but there was a different look in her eyes now. There was no pity there, only contempt. When she spoke, her voice sounded hoarse, like she was holding back some strong emotion. I'm disappointed in you. Did what you told me in Day 10 mean nothing? You told me we could make a future we deserve together. What happened to all of us reaching Day 100 with a smile? Hearing that is what convinced me to tell you everything. It felt like this timeline could be different. It was the first time in 146 loops that everyone's ever said anything like that to me. I really thought there was something special about this timeline, about you. I thought you might be the one to finally break us out of this never-ending hell. Now you're giving up? Just like that? How could you? She clenched her fists. The look in her eyes had changed again. She was glaring at me with pure, undisguised animosity. Weakling, you sniveling coward. You think you could give up and mope around for the rest of your life? Who do you think you are? Osamu Dazai? Like, no, you're worse than that. You're like a mech pilot going crazy for being synced with its navigation system. Or her emo band fangirl bandaging her wrists just to fit in. Or the you that killed everyone was a completely different person in a different timeline, and he wasn't even in control when he did it. Get a hold of yourself already. Don't you realize how much danger you're putting everyone in by wallowing like this? If anything is going to get them killed, it's your own negativity and self-loathing. You're sure as hell not going to protect anyone the way you are now. If you're going to allow others to protect you while doing nothing in return, you might as well be signaling their death warrants yourself. You're going to get everyone killed, and you're doing it of your own free will this time. That's a complete betrayal of everything you believe in. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? What happened to creating a future where we could all be happy? I've tried everything I can think of, and nothing's worked. I can't do this alone. I need your help. You, Takumi Sumino. You're the only one who could save us. For a moment, neither of us said anything. Her shoulders were shaking, and she was breathing heavily. Quick, shallow panting was the only thing breaking the silence. Eventually, even the sound became quiet. Yes, that's it. I can't count on you for anything. Not in this loop, or the next, or the one after that. Never again. She turned and left the room. While she was talking, something had started to well up inside me. Now a wild, raging energy was surging through it. Couldn't let it end like this. Didn't know what was going to do, but this feeling inside was getting stronger and it had to go somewhere. Before I knew what I was doing, I got to my feet and rushed out the door. Kiriko, wait! She turned around and she looked so sad, so tired, but I looked her dead in the eye and let everything I was feeling come right. I did what I said back then. I still feel the same. I want to create a future where we can all be happy, not just for day 100, but for 101, 102, and all the days after. Right now, I want that more than ever. These memories, this knowledge of the other timelines, they've shown me how important that is. So I'll fight. Not just against the invaders, or my own weakness, but an enemy even greater than that too. I'll fight the cruel destiny that's been pushed onto us. Light breeze blew across the roof, ruffling Kiriko's hair. She tucked a stray lock behind her ear and spoke, looking a little more hopeful than before. What are our chances of pulling that off? Is it obvious? I have absolutely no idea. The future is an open book. That's how it's always been. I want to create a totally new future. There's no telling what might happen. But even so, I'll still fight. I'll fight with everything I have. Fight to protect you and the others, and to create a future where no one has to die. You and I are getting out of this loop.
Let's reach out and grab our future. I won't let it stay out of reach anymore.
I raised my arm and extended toward the satellite. River did the same. It was still hundreds of thousands of miles solemnly shimmering in the night sky, but somehow...
Just reach out and grab it, huh?
Yeah,
Both of us? Together?
that's right.
You really think we can do it?
I don't know. But I'll do anything to make it happen.
Anything?
Yeah.
You did say
Uh-oh.
anything.
Yeah,
What?
I did.
You're going to have a repeat of that last thing? But her hand dropped to her side.
Oh.
Alright, in that case, starting tomorrow, you're going to be my servant.
What?
You said you'd do anything. Naturally, that includes being my slave, doesn't it? Hold on, that's not exactly what I meant! I'll be counting on you to get me out of this loop. Yeah, of course, but the servant thing is... Silence. I'm tired and I'm going to bed. I need to rest up for battle tomorrow.
Oh.
Well, good night. Give me a wicked
Well,
grin
that was
before
our
we
last deal.
back to her room. As I watched her go, I noticed a newfound spring in her step. On the other hand, suddenly felt uneasy. I thought I'd sleep well tonight.
Way to open your big mouth, Sumino.
Oh, goodness. What are we... Early the next morning, I woke Hiroko up and convinced her to join me in the courtyard. What are we doing out here this hour? The enemy is going to attack during the morning announcement. But before that, I need to ask you something.
Oh.
What is it?
Huh?
About Veshnes, the Supreme Commander. In that last 2 battles, you basically told everyone to ignore her. You had us focus on regular commanders instead. And you want to know why? It's simple enough. Because she isn't as much of a threat in this timeline. Why not? In most, though not all other timelines, she starts absorbing cryptoglobin like we do. The decision she comes to listen to in our communications in her hoodie guise on stage 7. She also finds out about you coming from the future, from intercepting a conversation between you and Sirei. That's when she puts it all together. The reason both sides suddenly got stronger is because of you absorbing so much cryptoglobin during the first cycle. Knowing that, she decides to do the same, breaking her religion's greatest temple. But none of that has happened in this timeline. because you didn't mention time travel in battle on day 7. Not that you would, having decided to keep it a secret from everyone.
Oh.
Now Veshdes doesn't know you've come from the future or just how much power can be gained by taking it from others. You understand what that means? Yeah, she's still following the teachings and not absorbing cryptoglobin. Not in this timeline anyway. If it did make sense, that must be why she
Yeah.
didn't drain Bakran after we defeated her. That doesn't mean she's not a threat at all, right?
Huh.
Of course not. Ideally, I'd like to put her an end to her in today's battle.
Huh?
How are we going to do that? We have the new weapon Syria Digo created. That's what we usually use on day 15. Alright, but it's also usually unfinished. And then one of us has to sacrifice ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think I've been doing while we've been moping these last 2 days?
Ugh.
I've been out gathering materials. I know the ruins so well by now, it barely took me any time at all. The bomb is 100% complete.
Oh.
That includes the detonator. No one will have to die setting it off. Good news, but I feel pretty guilty about it. Urg had been out there working so hard and I hadn't done a big old thing to help. Well, sorry. Don't worry about it. You can lick my boots clean to apologize.
Oh.
This bomb is also a lot more powerful than the past versions. I gave Siri and Digo some pointers to improve it. So we're going to hit Veshdes with that today?
Huh.
That's right. We're going to make Vichy out of her. And I glitched visuals that we heard in the morning announcement play over the PA system. Where's Ado and all? Oh wait, Ado's in the other room.
Up
He's in the
and
secret
Adam
room.
troops, time to
Yeah.
get ready for your
Spooky room.
50th day of active service here. Prepare to spend
There's
another
plenty of
day
possible
enduring
knowing
the
about all this.
Suffering the...
It's a what?
Yeah, exactly.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Unauthorized personnel detected on school ground. Defense mode initiated.
Okay, I've been dying to know. Did you, when you commissioned my my little icon in the corner, did you put it in my Megastone too?
Yes.
What is specific goal?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Like, and same with the ball having the symbol of Nod there too.
Okay.
So didn't just find some random like, Pokemon. Anyway, but right on schedule. Okay, here goes.
Yeah, just I thought it looked a little off.
A little bit. Like when we got to the war room, everyone was there already there. They're like, "Where have you guys been?" Bet they were all making babies somewhere. Well, such a decency. You two think of nothing else?
Hey!
We weren't doing anything like that. Didn't Sirenigo tell us
Yeah,
that invaders
you
would
know
attack early in this day? Your brother and I were waiting here for almost an hour before the alarm went off. Oh hey, they're here now. That's what counts. Do we have a read on the enemy? Harry nodded and pointed to the monitor with his stick.
That's
Valagarzo!
and Zanshin, right?
Apparently the others already knew about the commanders we'd be facing. Kiriko probably told Sirenigo so they could brief the rest of them.
You said these two can combine their bodies together?
Just like Takumi and Hiruko.
Ah, so it was a battle simulation to better understand our enemy's moves.
Yeah, exactly. What? Neither of us replied. It'll take way too
wait,
long to
what?
start clearing up the misunderstanding now.
Yeah!
Like, come on, let's get out there and start killing.
Huh?
How's the revive-matic weapon though? Don't you worry about a thing, it's all fixed up and ready to go. If you die, you'll be brought back good as new, including all your memories, of course. So go ahead and die all you want. Just try to leave someone alive to defend the school. Let's do this. Special defense unit move out. Excuse me. Okay.
How you doing?
Alrighty. Yep.
Wow! That wasn't hard at all.
That's probably because the commanders haven't arrived yet.
I think they're here. Look over there.
No.
Yeah, we know your names already.
We've got a neat little intelligence network of our own, you know?
Everyone seemed pretty confident, but I suddenly remembered how this went the first time around. I slided up to Hiroko and tried to talk to her without attracting attention.
Yugamu hasn't made his special drug in this timeline, has he?
The one he used to defeat Genshin in the first cycle? No, he hasn't. He hasn't extracted any Commander DNA to make it with.
Why didn't you say anything? We could have used Mervrams before we killed him.
Me? Why didn't you say anything? I don't remember anything about the first cycle battle with Genshin.
She was right, of course. Hiroko was already dead. Was already dead at that point, killed by Ado. We thought about picking DNA from Mervram, that was on me, but never expected we had to face that shit again as early as day 15. We don't really need it.
How long has it been since we last? Oh, right. Almost forgot about the whole combining thing.
Being able to merge together like that? I'm so freaking jealous!
Of what? It's better if you don't ask, Nozomi.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. We can still win this,
Yeah.
even without the
What
drug.
she said.
That drug?
Shut up.
Never mind.
Never mind that.
Just fight.
Yeah, just never mind what I'm saying. I'm just talking to myself.
That was just a slip of the tongue.
All right.
We win.
No, yeah, no, we just enjoyed the round we won.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm sorry, my darling. I couldn't protect you. And here I made a vow to keep our family safe. I'm a liar and a fool.
Don't say that, my love. You're a hero. You fought valiantly for me, for everyone.
My only regret is that our little warrior will be left to fend for himself.
He'll be fine. Even if we're not there for him, he's strong. He is your son, after all. Ugh, can you not talk about your kid right now? It's making it really hard for me to work in dirty jokes.
At any rate, this means victory's ours. Yes?
Yeah, but don't forget what Siri told us. There's gonna be another one.
Words were barely out of Mojo's mouth when that other one showed herself. There she was, Supreme Commander Veshnis.
How disappointing. Valagarzo, Zanshin. I thought you were stronger than this. Or did you lose on purpose, so I could take your prey for myself?
She spoke, a change started coming over Veshnis' body.
So that's her battle form, huh?
We learned a little about it from the intel we got, but...
It's still pretty gross looking, isn't it?
Okie dokie! Time to get killing! I guess we're doing this?
Wait. There's no need for us to fight her directly. Sire, Nigo, is everything ready?
You bet! We can fire at any time!
Get back inside the school! Post haste!
It's time to use the new weapon, huh?
Wait, new weapon?
You never told us nothing about that.
Everybody looked confused. Obviously, Sierra Diego and Hiroko hadn't felt it necessary to tell them about the bomb.
There's no time. We'll explain later.
Trust me, guys. Just get out of here.
The others responded to my order and ran back towards the school. Hiroko and I brought up the rear. Once we were all inside, I turned back and saw Vesheth walking slowly across the battlefield toward us. It was now or never.
We're in. Fire when ready. Gotcha. Here we go.
Undying flame bomb! Fire!
Looks just like the last one.
They just cut off a few scenes from the other one, just without someone there.
Yeah.
Lols. Oh, we did it! And maybe this time she'll stay dead? Probably not, but hey, who knows? We'll see.
I mean, she took the others, so maybe.
Nice work! Nice work, troops. You did great out there! Granted for the final blow is to go to us and Miss Shihara, of course. That's right, we couldn't have done it if you hadn't got those materials from Shihara. We're truly grateful. Seriously though, Hiroko, you could have told us we had something like that up our sleeve. Yeah, this was no time to butter. This was no time to butter your lips. The expression is button your lips. If we'd known, we could have helped you get the materials we needed. Why'd you keep it a secret all this time? Let's just say I had my reasons. So Vesheth actually bit the big one. She's really gone now? She's gotta be. An explosion that strong would have blown her to smithereens. Sure, she disappeared without a trace when the dust cleared, but since there's no body, there's a chance she might survive somehow. And to think of it, that did happen in some other timelines. Even after getting caught in the undying flame bomb's blast, Vesheth came back to fight another day. Glanced over at Hiroko. She was resting a finger on her glasses, a distant look in her eyes, like her thoughts were somewhere else. No use thinking about the what-ifs now. I'd say we enjoy the victory high while it lasts. I'm down for that. We gotta take our wins where we can.
No!
Is it time for the usual? I think so.
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit, fight on!
So we'll be having a party this time. We don't have the budget for that! There's a military academy, not some hedonistic tech startup. Alas. And so our post-battle meeting ended without any further discussion. Tired but satisfied, we'd done a good job. We went back to our rooms to rest. At night, a little while after dinner, I made my way to Hiroko's room. Ooh. What? My shoes are already clean. I'm not here to lick your boots. What do you want then? My sofa and desk chair aren't broken. I didn't come so you could sit on me either. I wanted to ask you something.
Hey, yo, what?
You said you'd be counting on me to get us out of this loop. Let's get into details. What exactly are we going to have to do? Good question. First of all, we'll need to figure out an actual method of leaving the loop. Can we consider that our objective for now? If you want, but it's not going to be easy. You can't just try anything that comes to mind and hope it will work, believe me. I'm speaking from experience. What should we do then? Don't get ahead of yourself. There's something else we have to deal with first. Something else? Tomorrow night we're leaving to this timeline. Hiroko took out a device and showed me the timeline diagram. Again, this one? I call it the Killer Zombie branch. It's upstream from the serial killer and zombie branches, hence Killer Zombie. You mean? Yes, the timeline where you become a serial killer. Tomorrow we're going there, and we're changing history.
It seems like our little ice queen has some plans up her sleeve.
Get ready for your... Prepare to spend another... Be ready to give your
right. Back to my room to think about next room. Hiroko said we go change history tonight. That gives me both the day to do other stuff. Maybe I'll head back to my room and go hang out with someone for a while. Alright, well... I know it's late, but my God, I need to see more. I can't.
You truly understand me, Takumi. You've turned my hate into love.
Okay. On 4.
I don't think I want to do that with you.
I'm not trying to complain about you letting me live. But life in this place is just so boring. Can't you at least bring me a book or two from the library? Preferably something about Earth's beautiful nature. Ugly humans destroyed most of the books on that subject, simply because they're not interested in anything outside of their precious complex. But I get the feeling this library might have something. We can read about it together. A mere glimpse of the planet's natural beauty on a printed page would be enough to purify your heart. Then you'd be filled with consuming anger for the pernicious race that lay waste to it, just like I am. So why don't we have a nice, friendly reading session, Takumi? You never know what effect the right book may have on your life.
Right.
If it was anyone else, then I would be glad to.
Back to the rec room.
You're gonna take your e-reader card and you're gonna like it.
You truly...
Alright. Day turned night. Taking care not to be spotted, Hiroko and I snuck out of the school. We made our way along the road and led to the old lab. Along the way, Hiroko began speaking.
Oh?
I discovered the parallel leap machine on my 37th loop.
Uh-huh.
I decided to investigate every corner of this old town and happened to by chance. Over the next few loops, I go back when my memories return and try to learn more about it. By the 49th loop, I more or less knew what it could do and how to operate it. So we still don't know who made it or why it's here. Why were you so determined to figure it out, though?
Oh?
You probably won't believe me, and don't laugh, alright? Okay. I heard a voice while I was sleeping. It said that machine will be your salvation. Seriously? You said you wouldn't laugh. Sorry, you must have been hearing things, right? She ignored
Why
me
do you have to pick that quote of all of them?
She ignored me and carried on walking. I followed after her after a safe distance, feeling like I'd just poked a hornet's nest. I just can't help wondering what that machine is doing here in the first place.
Oh?
Someone here must have been researching parallel universes. Someone? Who? Researchers, probably. Web researchers. How am I supposed to know? Let's just be grateful we have access to such a useful resource. Come on.
You can't just be this stupid, Takumi. I'm sorry.
Last time, like the last time, Hiroko and I dispelled our class armor and we got inside the lab.
Huh?
We can't wear leap suits and class armor at the same time, right? We went over this before. The leap suits repel our human. I know, but why do they have that function?
Oh?
Leaping is achieved using cryptoglobin, or rather using its energy waves. The infinite parallel universes out there exist in a space filled with cryptoglobin energy. It surges in constant waves and unpredictable patterns. To leap, we have to harness those waves. It's almost like surfing. We ride the waves in that space and get to our destination. Doing that without protection puts a lot of strain on the body. Yeah, I know. I've experienced it myself. Yeah.
You got off easy. Serious leap damage can affect the brain and rob you of your memories and your ability to reason.
Hey, I'm tougher than I look.
Please take this seriously. If you parallel leap 2, maybe 3 more times with exposed skin, your body will eject all of its cryptoglobin. That means no more revivals. You'll die, and you'll stay dead.
Okay, let's not do that. My point is, to avoid leap damage, you have to avoid touching that cryptoglobin energy directly. So that's why the leap suits cover our whole bodies and push it away from us. That's right. Thanks for clearing that up. I have another question, though. You said we're going to change history tonight. What exactly is that going to involve? Same thing as when I went to the Hunt Mystery Timeline on day 5, erasing the Gi data from that Takumi's brain. I've got everything we need right here on this thumb drive. That's the thing Siri gave you, right? The cerebral glitch repair program? Yes, the only difference is this time we'll be treating the killer zombie version of you. Let's call him Takumi 2 to make things easier. At this rate, Takumi is going to become a killer. We're going to treat him before he can commit his first murder. But that's not all. We've got something else we need to do in that timeline. What's that? In the version of history I know, Takumi actually kills somebody tonight. What's that? Hiriko 2. In other words, me. We had to prevent that murder before we moved on to treatment. Hold on, I don't remember any timeline like that. I don't know what to tell you. I'm the one who got killed. I remember it very clearly. Tonight, around 11 p.m., I'll be killed by Takumi 2 in the bio lab. You probably just haven't recovered those memories yet. That's why I guess I did repress a lot of memories of that time. Hey, Hiriko, what time is it now? After glasses near her temple before replying. 9:18 p.m. How do you know? My glasses have a clock function built into them. The lenses can function as a transparent heads-up display to show me the time whenever I touch them, just here. There'll be a problem if you can't keep track of the time. Here you can have this. Your device. I have another of my own. Just switch it on and it'll display the time. Take it. Go past me the little machine. I slipped it into my pocket. You said 9:18 p.m. 9:19 now. We better hurry. Leaping takes you to the same point in time, right? We can't go forward or back. That's true, but we can't go yet. Remember what I told you about riding the waves to alternate timelines? They're from a space filled with cryptoglobin energy, so let's just call them blood space waves. Anyway, we can only leap when they're at their highest intensity. That's why I likened it to surfing. Sometimes you have to wait for a big enough wave to come along. But when is that going to be? Take a look at the device I gave you. Took the thing out of my pocket and turned it on. Displayed some kind of weird diagram of waves along with 2 times. Between 10:20 and 1:15 a.m. to them. Yes, we'll only be able to leap during that time. But you said Takumi 2 kills Hiriko 2 at 11 p.m. So usually leave as soon as that window opens. We'll only have 40 minutes. That's right, 40 minutes to get it all done. But it takes over half an hour just to get back to the school from here. Would you prefer to call a taxi? I know it won't be easy, but we still have to try. Stretch. While we wait for the blood space, here go show me how to use the machine. Oh, there's a lot more simple than I thought. Everything sounds simple is what it's explained to you. I had to put in a lot of work to figure all this out. It was 10:19, just 1 minute until we could jump. We already changed door leap suits and adjusted the machine's settings. Let's go over everything one last time. But, hey Merkel, what's up? We're also huge spoilers for 100 line right now, so yeah.
Yeah, if you don't want any spoilers, I hate to break it to you, but you might want dip.
Yeah, huge. Just huge. Anyway, let's go over there. Let's talk about Leap 2, Killer Zombie. And what's our objective? Steve, like, Convention Steve is coming. Like, Minecraft Steve. What's their objective? Like, to remove the Gi data from Takumi 2's brain and prevent Hiriko 2's murder. Oh, Blue's Clues Steve. Oh, neat. Cool.
Oh.
Good. Time. Let's get started. I hit the red button on the control console and we both stepped onto the platform. Alright. Okay, let's do this. Well, John Cena. Me. Oh.
Well, you can't see him though. That's the problem.
Did we do it? Did we leap? No. Don't just stand there. We need to get going. Here goes on our way outside. I grabbed the fire extinguisher and hurried after her. Did we take off our leap suits first? I can't remember which loop it was, but I tried doing this in my regular clothes once. It didn't end well. There's 2 Hirokos. This one's a fake. It must be Shapeshifting Commander. They captured me and shut me up in a cage in the courtyard from then to day 100. If you want the same thing to happen to you, I won't stop you.
No.
Now pick up the pace. You know we don't have a lot of time. Hiroko took off running. I did the same, and we started our journey back to the school. We still had a ways to go, so I decided to ask about something. Can you tell me one more thing about happened to Hiroko? It all started around this time, actually. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to take a walk around the school. That's when Takumi-2 attacked me. The Gia data in his brain must have finally taken over. He chased me into the biolab. It was far stronger than he had any right to be. The Gia could draw out superhuman reserves on its strength. From host, after all. He slammed my head onto the operating table, and while I was still dazed from that, well, you get the idea. I never had a chance to fight back. We'd almost reached the academy. I could see the wall fire up ahead. Suddenly, Hiroko stopped to pick up something off the ground. Is that a power saw? We'll be needing this. What for? Takumi-2 locked the biolab door behind him when he attacked me. We'll have to break it down to get to him. This is the fastest way to do that. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this. Hold on, I've seen that power saw kill our friends in this timeline. By taking that into the school, you're putting them all in danger. That won't happen. We're going to cure Takumi-2 after all. What if we mess it up? We won't. You're so sure. Enough talk, you're my servant, aren't you? You said you'd do anything to help, didn't you? I guess what? Then don't talk back, just do as you're told. Hiroko took off toward the wall, power saw ahead. Keep down the panic rising in my chest. Before long, we arrived at the school. I checked the time. It was displayed in the corner of the little window in front of my helmet. 10:56 p.m. We only got 4 minutes. We have to hurry. We barreled through the entrance hall into the hallway. Hiroko kept going through the halls and up the stairs. It was all I could do to keep up with her. Soon enough, we reached the second floor. I found myself outside the door to the biolab. Hiroko had gotten there before me, of course. I saw the 2 of them run in here just now. Hiroko 2 went in first, then Takumi-1 chased after her. He was carrying a kitchen knife, just like I remember in that case. I was right, the door's locked. Dang it. I pulled on the door myself just in case, but wouldn't budge. Then I heard a noise from inside the room. That was probably Hiroko 2 getting thrown around. It's already 10:59. This is bad, we're almost out of time. Stand back. I barely had the time to react before Hiroko revved her power saw and charged forward. The splintering sound of the doors yielded to the relentless rotating metal blades. Come on. Following Hiroko's lead, I stepped through the biolab, but I was not ready for what was waiting for me inside. It took me a moment to process what happened. Hiroko had gone in first, but now she was crumpled up in a corner. A blow from Takumi-2 must have sent her flying. From the sound of that groan, she was going to be out of action for a little while. On the other side of the operating table was Hiroko 2. She was also put on the floor. It looked pretty out of it too. Both of the Hirokos were down for the count. Obviously, only one person could be responsible for this. Takumi-2, this timeline's version. Me. Our eyes met and I froze up. I wasn't used to looking at my own body from the outside. It was such a surreal experience. I just stood there forgetting to even breathe. But it wasn't long until the time started to flow again and I was dragged back to reality. Takumi-2 raised his kitchen knife and dashed toward me. Hiroko said the leaf suits repel helo anima, but that wasn't a class weapon he was holding. It was more than capable of tearing through the suit and hurting me. I swung loudly, but I did my best to dodge his blows. Obviously, I wasn't about to let myself get killed, especially not by my own doppelganger. I couldn't keep dodging forever. He was sure to hit me sooner or later. I needed a weapon, something I could use to fight back. Right the thought crossed my mind, my foot brushed against something. A power saw. I glanced down, and it was a power saw Hiroko must have dropped it after the way she got knocked over. It was still running. I ducked down, grabbed it, and swung it to the side. The blade connected with the other's Mead's knife instead of flying. That didn't stop him though. He grabbed at my arm, trying to take the power saw from me. I was about to go down without a fight. I wrenched him away and kicked him in the stomach. And then he lost consciousness and returned back to himself. He slammed against the wall and fell to the floor, his face contorted in pain. Must have hit him pretty hard. He wouldn't be getting up anytime soon. Alright, sweet. I took advantage of the lull in the fight to go check on Hiroko too. She didn't seem to have any visible injuries, but I had to make sure she was okay. With all that strafing around I've been doing, not to mention the run over here, I wasn't exactly feeling at my best. My throws, rusted to fatigue, and lumbered over to this timeline's Hiroko. And from like this Takumi's version, when he wakes up, it looks like you're about to kill her with the power saw. But just as I was about to reach her, something slammed at me from behind. I staggered a few steps, suddenly off balance. We two saw his opportunity and took it. As the two of us grappled, we found ourselves near the window. And then... next thing I knew, I was in the air with Takumi 2 still clinging to me. He must have tackled me with so much force that it sent us right through the window. Shards of glass were all around us, sparking, circling in the night's air. One weird... well, yes, unexpected moment, it actually looked kind of beautiful. But then the laws of physics kicked in and we were falling, rocketing toward the ground faster than either of us could deal with. Ugh. My leap suit must have provided some protection because falling from second floor didn't hurt me as much as it should have. I saw the power saw lying at my side. I grabbed it and got to my feet, looking around at Takumi 2. He was standing nearby, maybe 30 feet away. It looked like he'd gotten to his feet. He was still swaying unsteadily. Well, I prevented Hiroko's 2's murder. That's one thing to do in this timeline. We had to treat Takumi 2. I couldn't let him get away now. I tightened my grip on the power saw and ran toward him. My double saw me and ran. I stayed on his tail and eventually cornered him right in front of the well of fire. I raised my power saw and revved it, and the light of the undying flames, the blade glinted ominously. I wasn't going to kill Takumi 2, obviously. I didn't even want to hurt him. Maybe from an alternate reality, but he's still me, after all. So what was I going to do? Just threaten him? If he thought I was out to kill him, maybe he'd come quietly. I decided to go with that and tested my power saw again. Wait, something about this doesn't seem right. Haven't I seen this happen before? Yeah, you saw this...
You saw this from that perspective.
I could have been distracted for more than 2 seconds, but that was all he needed. It kicked me. Pain flashed across my left leg, and my view started to tilt to the side. As I toppled over, everything seemed to slow down. And I found myself thinking, I should have seen this coming! Then my downward movement came to an abrupt stop. I felt my head slim against the cold hard ground. Even my helmet on it was a real shock to the system. I was majorly disoriented. I could barely sit and string two coherent thoughts together, let alone come up with a plan to fight back. Though instinct moved more than anything else, I managed to stagger back to my feet. My thoughts were still hazy, but one thing was abundantly clear. I didn't have the power saw anymore. So it must be. Now it's my turn. Fear took over. I ran back to the school as fast as I could.
You won't get away!
The tables had turned. Now Takumi 2 was out of me. Fortunately, he wasn't moving very fast, probably because he weighed down by the power saw. My vision was back to normal now, but the haze around my thoughts was still there. It felt like I was forgetting something important, but I couldn't think what. Before I could figure it out, Takumi 2 made his move. He discarded the power saw, tossing it aside into the bushes. Now that he lightened his load, he was a lot faster than before, and gaining on me fast. And he and I were the same person, of course, so running speeds could have been the same, except I had a big, clunky leap suit to slow me down. It was only a matter of time before he catches me. I needed to find somewhere I could ditch the suit. Right as the thought crossed my mind, the outline of the school came into view up ahead. I put on a burst of speed, running for the school with all my might. I scrambled into the hallway and up the stairs. My feet were barely even touching the ground as I fled along the second floor. Finally, I tumbled into the bathroom. I held my breath and listened hard. I could hear footsteps in the hall outside. I got closer and passed by and gradually faded away. I let out a sigh and leaned back against the wall. Head was swimming. I just stood there and faded up. So what am I supposed to do now? I still have to get that guy under control somehow. I could hide and try to get the jump on him. It's so hard to move around in it. Be doing anything stealthy in this. It'll be easy for him to turn table with me if anything goes wrong too. Solution was obvious enough. Oh, fricking! He took off my leaf suit. Looking around, I found a supply closet and stowed it in there. And that's where the suit was found by everyone else.
Yeah.
We end up forgetting about the suit probably. To fix this quick before our window to leap back closes. The first move would be to find Hiroko. She was probably still in the bio lab. I walked toward the bathroom door. But just as I was about to open it, would they have hidden in the bathroom? Guess I better check. Why do you have to pick out think about looking in here? Looked around for escape. There's no point in hiding in one of the stalls. I could find out right away. In that case, there's only one way out. I ran to the window and opened it. I jumped out with all the energy I could muster. Something went wrong. Maybe it was a fatigue thing in, but I couldn't control my posture like I wanted to. I fell. Flat on my back, my head hitting the ground with a sickening crunch. I'd really done it this time. My consciousness was leaving me like smoke blown in a strong breeze. Right before it all went dark, I was aware of my footsteps nearby and somebody saying something.
Takumi, are you okay? Hold on. Stay with me.
That was when my memory cut off for the day. Next thing I knew, my mind melted away into chaos and confusion. Oh, frick. We just ended up...
Oh, no.
So that's how the timeline, how everything in this timeline ended up happening. When we tried fixing it, we ended up just writing, just turning it back to the way it was.
Get ready! Prepare to spend another. Be ready to give your life.
Woke up suddenly. I looked around trying to orient myself.
Where am I?
Can't you tell? It's your room. In the SF timeline, that is.
SF?
Steady, fundamental. It's the one we started off in.
Did you have to carry me here again?
Yes. You need to start taking better care of yourself. I'm not your mother, you know.
I don't understand.
It's like when a child falls asleep in front of the TV, and their mother picks them up and puts them to bed. I've basically done the same for you. Several times now.
When she puts it like that, I did feel kind of guilty. I shifted uncomfortably and sat up in bed. What happened after I blacked out? Don't worry about it. We fulfilled both our goals. Right, I figured we saved Hiroko too, but what about the other one? We don't need to worry about Takumi 2's parasite problem. I actually had 2 thumb drives. Nigo gave me an extra one as a spare. I gave it to Hiroko too. I revealed myself to her and explained everything. Did she already know about the time loop and parallel leaping? No, not every me in every timeline has the same memories. She'd only recovered a few fragments so far. Must have been hard for her to wrap her head around. She managed just fine. I should know. She is the past version of me, after all. I know her history very well. I even remember what happened next. From when I, as Hiroko 2, I injected Takumi with an anesthetic and used the repair program to treat him. A program I got from a thumb drive given to me by me, Hiroko 1. That was all well and good, but she hadn't seen it for herself this time. That made me uneasy. I took up the device Hiroko had given me. When's the next time the blood space waves surge? Thinking of time leaving back to the killer zombie to check in. Don't you believe it? It's not like that. Either way, we won't be leaving anytime soon. Look at the screen. 1 to 5 p.m. on day 20. Right, we won't be able to leap again until then. That's 3 days from now. So we're staying put for 3 days. That's just how this works. These surges have any kind of pattern? Unfortunately not. Everything from their variation to their wavelength irregularity is completely random. The same goes for the periods when they surge and how long these last. We never really know what we're dealing with until they arrive. We're lucky these devices even allow us to project the next surge. For now, you'll have to trust me. Takumi 2 is really fine now. I don't have to worry about him anymore. Yeah, I really don't.
Why do I feel like there's some doubt in the air?
Yeah. That's the same timeline where, like, she kept saying I kept trying and couldn't. That's right. After breakfast, I went back to the roof to think. Our next sleep is on day 20, and the next battle is on night of day 21. That gives me some downtime before then, but I still have to use it productively. Go back to my room, take a walk around the school to see what everyone else was doing.
You truly
Alright, max bond on Ato.
I'm honestly surprised I can speak to another person like this. I've lived with this cognitive disorder for as long as I can remember. My parents even hospitalized me to keep me at arm's length. That was when I started my book reading habit. A kind-hearted nurse shared her recommendations with me. She looked vile and reeked like a corpse, but I appreciated the gesture. The longer I stayed in the hospital, the more determined I became to wipe out mankind. Say, Takumi, did you ever hear about a hospital that exploded and had a single child as its sole survivor?
That was you.
That was me. My first time killing other humans, and I haven't given up my dream of exterminating the human race yet. I'll never give up. It's my reason for living. In that sense, you could say the ugly humans I despise so much are also what's most important to me.
Yay.
You never cease to amuse me, Takumi. I've never bared my soul to anyone like this before. You are so hideously interesting.
Huh. Okay.
That's not creepy. But then again, what do I expect from him?
Just who he is. Yuriko said the killer's zombie Takumi 2 is fixed now. So where was she going to leave on day 20? I had other questions for her too, but they could wait until tomorrow. Right now, all I wanted to do was to go to bed.
Takumi, go drunk. Go back to sleep.
Get ready for your 18th day of active service. Prepare to spend another. Be ready to give your.
Usual, everyone wanted to do something after breakfast. At some point, I lost track of Yuriko. Maybe I'll wait until tonight to speak to her. I've decided on that. I began looking ways to spend the rest of my day. Alright then. Got one. I believe we got one last. Okay, we got. Okay, Moko is still.
He's one notch away from being Mr. Faye.
Yeah, so good. Let's fix that. Oh, that's the Shomo's thing. That's Moko.
Whoa, this is fabulous! Hits me right in the feels! Oh, it's like I'm seeing the best plot twist ever!
Back we go.
You know, I just realized something.
What?
Both Moko and Demon Miku have the same voice actor.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
I mean, she always back.
Makeup brushes, wrestling magazine, folding chair, tattoo, champion belt, Gyudon. Well done, we need. Well, I mean, I can make stuff for Yugamu.
This excites me so much I might accidentally kill you on impulse.
Oh, on two for Yugamu.
Each member of my family has a favorite MO and murder instrument. My father's a sniper. My mother uses martial arts. My oldest brother uses poisonous blowing darts. They're faster than bullets in his hands, and he uses them to achieve different goals.
Oh.
My second brother's a bomber. He has a ton of explosives at his disposal. Remote detonation, point blank, he's got a bomb for every occasion. My sister takes after our mom with one difference. She's got superhuman strength. People let their guards down because she's just a kid, and then she kills them before they know what's happening. You can imagine how intense things get when we get into a family squabble.
Yeah, how are there any survivors?
I'm not privy to the details, but I heard Mom and Dad's first meeting was particularly volatile. I'll introduce you to them one day. If we make it back alive, that is.
Yeah, I don't know if I can survive a meeting. Why did you ask me to come all this way out here? Sorry, I wanted to make sure we wouldn't be interrupted. But I didn't even bring my riding crop. I didn't call you out here so you could give me a secret spanking. You want me to step on you then? No, not that either. Not now. So what do you want? It's about leaping. I was worried about some of my over heroes if we talked in the rooms. Like how you ended up following me and poking your nose where it didn't belong. What did you want to ask? First of all, the blood space waves are going to surge on day 20. What time are you going to go to jump to? You really want to know? Yeah. Can I drip molten candle wax in your cowlick?
Hey!
Why would you want to do that? I want to see what it looks like slicked down. I'm actually still thinking about it, which timeline to visit next. I'll let you know when I come to a decision. We switch to a new location before continuing our conversation. 2 days ago, you said the parallel leap machine was made by some kind of researchers, right? I don't know that for sure. It's just speculation. That's fine. Let's assume it's true. But which side were these researchers on? Were they human or invaders? There's really no way to tell. From the look of it, the lab building, it doesn't seem to have any government or building military connections. Perhaps they were part of a small organization or built in secret as part of some private endeavor. I mean, think about it. No matter who built it, that machine could provide a huge advantage to the war effort. So the fact that no one's used it means neither side knows it exists. That's what I think anyway. Neither Veshdes nor Sirei nor Nigo have ever mentioned parallel leaping either. Not ever. No, not in any timeline I've ever seen in any of my 146 loops. Moves again to a new location and a new question. So about our most recent leap, our objective was to change history by saving Hiroko 2 and stopping Takumi 2 from becoming a serial killer. Did we really achieve that though? Of course, Hiroko 2 is still alive and Takumi 2 was successfully treated. What are you so worried about? It's just, isn't there a timeline out there where we didn't succeed? Naturally, there are infinite possibilities out there in the blood space realm. But if that's the case, is it even accurate to say we changed history? Isn't it more like we created a new timeline, kind of like laying down a new train rails to replace old ones? Yes, but what of it? I'm just wondering if there's any point in it. The old rails still exist, so have we really fixed anything? Trust me, there's definitely a point. Why? Let's say there's a train that's just constantly run through a fiery hellscape. The passengers inside would be forced to endure constant pain and suffering. Now imagine we lay down a new set of rails branching off from that line. One version of the train now gets to enjoy a safe, comfortable journey. Of course, one of them is still destined to burn in hellfire. There's no changing that, but it's better than if we never added the second line at all. At least this gives the passengers a 1 in 2 chance at happiness. I think I get what she means, but still... I'm still having trouble coming to terms with this. What's the problem? Are we even laying down new rails at all? What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
When we left 2 days ago, things played out in the killer zombie timeline exactly like I remembered from when I was Takumi 2. The only difference was that I was seeing them from the steady fundamental perspective as Takumi 1. The person who attacked me with a power saw when I was Takumi, or attacked me with a power saw when I was Takumi 2. It was actually me, Takumi 1. It took me a while to notice what was happening, and I still don't understand it. Without even meaning to, I ended up making history repeat itself. Almost like I was on rails going along a predetermined route. It makes me feel like destiny is controlling us or something. And I got to thinking, what if history refuses to change? What if our actions don't create new timelines after all? I already told you Hiroko 2 is alive and Takumi 2 has been treated. That's something that wouldn't have happened without our intervention. We definitely created a new timeline. But the fact that history seemed to repeat itself for you is probably just sleep damage. Remember what I told you? Sleep damage can affect your memories and your ability to reason if it reaches your brain. Obviously, I hadn't made my point clearly enough. I had a feeling the loss of reasoning was also something that happened because it was part of a predetermined history. Like we couldn't escape it no matter what we did. Let's talk about back to the room. You look like you're still having doubts. I'm telling you, it's nothing to worry about. We're creating new timelines and it's changing things for the better. If we weren't, there'd be no point in changing anything we do here in this time. And don't forget your promise. I'll build us a future where we can all be happy. That's what you said. Does that help? Are you going to sleep better tonight? I don't know. I'll go get you some medicine to help you sleep. Take it, go to bed, and forget all these groundless worries. Understand? Left before could respond as usual. After that, I took the sleeping medicine that Hiroko brought me and sank into a deep, dreamless sleep. Luckily, it was day 100. And now it was day 19.
It would have been funny.
I was awake suddenly. Judging by the sky outside, it was already nighttime. Practically slept the whole day away. The sleeping medicine had done a job at any rate. That's strong stuff. Lately, my face really hurt now. I had no idea what could have caused that. Rubbing my sore cheeks, I looked at the clock. It was 7:15 p.m. At this time of day, there might be some people in the cafeteria having dinner. Okay, we'll check it out. Hey, Sabina, you're finally awake, huh? Right. Man, I still can't stop thinking about what we just saw. It was awesome. I know, right? So much fun. What are you guys talking about? Nigo's hidden talent, man. It was some next flow crap. Very nice of you to say so. Oh, right. This is the day 19. I always seem to miss it, no matter what timeline I'm in. It was a wonderful performance. Indeed, it was truly high-class entertainment. I was so inspired, I quickly ascended to a higher plane of consciousness. Is that right, Sister Dearest? Those 6 hours went by in a flash. I'm gonna try wigging electric and wing. But no matter how hard I slapped you, it never did any good. So that's why my cheeks hurt so much. Oh, that's too bad for you. Either could you do it one more time for Takumi? I'm sorry, but each of my shows is absolutely unique. No recordings, no repeats, no exceptions. I looked over at Hiroko, our eyes met, and she joined the conversation.
Oh.
You missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime. I think I was the only one who missed it. This time too. This was so unfair. Grit my teeth and glared daggers at Hiroko. She just laughed. She was enjoying this all at once. Her offer to help me sleep made me a whole lot more sense. She was just messing with us. Ay.
She drugged us on purpose.
After I went to the war room and I thought I could. Siri and Ego were there waiting for me. I turned to Ego and Ego was here. Please, just this once. I don't need the full 6-hour show. Just 5 minutes would be enough. Sorry, old boy, but like I said, I never repeat a purpose. And you make an exception. Give it up, Sunio. Oh, come on. You two always do whatever Hiroko says. I'm afraid I don't follow. The cerebral glitch repair program you gave to her when she asked for it, right? Yeah, well, she's a horror, so she really needed it. And that was enough for you to hand it over?
Hey.
No, of course not. Oh, this was on day 4, right? She's a horror came to us and told us about the time.
She even told us top secret intel only Nigo and I should know about. That's what convinced me she was telling the truth. And that's when she made us an offer we couldn't refuse. I know which days the enemy attacks will happen. I'll share this information with you, but you have to do as I say in return. I mean, who's gonna turn down a deal like that? I mean, her ultimate goal is for all of you to survive through to day 100. In other words, she wants to win the war just like we do. Her interests and ours match up. So it only seemed natural that we agree to work together. Hence, why I gave her the thumb drive.
You feel the same, Ego? You mean, is that why I comply with Miss Shizuhara's request? Not exactly. It's more like I feel indebted to her. She went to the trouble of forcing me away from Second Last Defense Academy on day 6, after all. If I stayed there, I shouldn't be a pile of lifeless scrap by now. I'd have been obliged to self-destruct at some point, and, well, I'm just so grateful it didn't have to come to that. I didn't give up. I begged Ego to show me his hidden talent for a while after that, but my pleas fell on deaf ears and I had to leave disappointed. Man, why?
We'll never see that hidden talent.
And I returned to my room. I returned to my room and got into bed. Despite not doing very much, I fell asleep pretty easily. That night I had a dream about Ego juggling flaming torches while playing the theremin. You'll never know.
The world may never know.
Get ready for your 20th day. Prepare to spend another day and be ready to give your lives.
After breakfast, I went looking for Hiroko. I found her up on the roof. I made sure no one else was around before speaking to her. Hey, you got a minute? You want to know about today's sleep item? We could go starting for 1 p.m., right? There's still plenty of time to train in the meantime. Don't forget, we have a battle coming up tomorrow night. Have you decided where we're going? Yes, to the Red Snom timeline. Red Snom? I suppose you don't know about that one, or you just haven't remembered it yet. In that timeline, you and Darami are raising a strange creature called Red Snom. Okay, but why are we leaving there? Find someone, specifically a mysterious old person. For some reason, only he appears in certain timelines. We won't find him here in the steady fundamental branch, no matter how hard we work. But he's there in the Red Snom timeline. I think so. I met him there once before. I was exploring the ruins and found him standing outside a cave, and he's standing said something. Looks to me like you've caught in the cursed cycle. I only vaguely remember, but that phrase sounded familiar to me too. I can't recover my memories at that point, but I didn't really recognize the significance of what he said. I do now. When he spoke of a cursed cycle, he was referring to the time. So whoever this guy is, he knows about the loop. Yes, and there's a chance he also knows how to leave it. With that in mind, we're leaping to that timeline this afternoon. But no buts. Just be a good servant and do as you're told. Do I make myself clear? Level Burger responded as usual. That's dumb, huh? Nope, still doesn't ring a bell. This old man could tell us how to escape the loop. That would be a big step forward. My heart beat faster just as the thought of it. I'd have to wait until this afternoon for the main event. I still have the first part of the day free. Decided to go see if I could find a way to use the time productively. guessing we can't do, like, can't go gathering stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, another thing for Yuganu then. Weird that there's still a recipe we still haven't been able to craft.
Yeah. And stuff, sure, we would have them all by now.
Oh, there's stuff I still haven't made for him. Ah. Okay, there still might be stuff I haven't. Oh, there's. Oh, there's.
Oh.
I forgot that I didn't make everything for everyone. Oops. Oh, let me go.
Well, we can't get materials now.
Yeah, well, let me see. Gamu.
Then again, that's what the arena is for.
Can't make that. Can't make that. Pass by the tombstone? Yeah, I did. Correct. Okay, well, this is one of the things that I haven't made, that I didn't make the Kyoshka before, so. Okay, at least clear that up. At 12:59 p.m., we'd set up the machine and let Adelaide says on ready. Now we just have to wait. When it was almost time, Hiroko spoke so suddenly.
Oh.
Let's do a recap before we leave. Like last time, which timeline are we leaving to? Redstone timeline.
Huh?
And what's our objective? Find the old man and ask about the curse cycle. Good. I'm glad you have a grasp on the basics. Now once she finished speaking, I saw the time change to 1 p.m. on the corner of my eye. Wanna get going? Hiroko pressed the red button and the two of us slipped onto the round platform.
No.
Yes, let's do this. There you go. Back to go. Or toward, like, that way in time. the rest of the timeline, everything looks just like the same to me. Were you expecting to see dinosaurs walking around or something? It's my third time leaving into a parallel universe, but it still doesn't feel real. In a broad sense, these alternate timelines aren't that different from our own. By the way, about our leap suits, we're keeping them on. You never know what might run into someone unexpected. I thought you remembered what happened this time. You remember what you had for dinner 3 nights ago? I've been doing this for at least 146 loops. I can't remember every detail from every timeline. I never thought of it like that. So where do we find this old man we're looking for? Like I said, I found him outside a cave for the first time. I don't know if he'll be there now, but it's worth a try. Okay, let's go check it out. I don't see any caves around here. How much farther is it? Oh, this is when someone else, when some of the others see us. Start chasing after us. What, do you have a problem with walking? No, I was just asking. No. Then stop flapping your gums and start moving your feet. Or curl up in a ball and like an armadillo and I'll kick you all the way there. Pardon me for breathing. I did as Hiriko said, and part about staying quiet and walking, that is. We made our way through the ruined town, but just as I was turning a corner... Oh! Uh-oh. Ah, crap! Strange trickle fire escaped my mouth. I tried to smother it, but it was too late. There was really only one thing I could think of now. Getting away from here, and fast. I looked at Hiriko and saw her helmet move up and down. A nod, that was her signal. We set her away and began sprinting as fast as we could.
Hey, wait!
Who the heck are you guys?
The other two chased after us, and we had to shake them off. We did everything we could to get away, turning corners, ducking down side streets, and cutting through abandoned houses. After running around like that for a while, it finally seemed safe again. There was no sign of our pursuers, so we stopped to catch our breath. What's that back there? You really need to ask. It was the timeline's version of Tower of Meat, and not like in the Killer Zombie branch. I don't remember anything like this happening before. I can think of 2 possible explanations for that. Either you have experienced it, but don't remember, or you're going to experience it at some point in the future. In the future? No, that can't be right. I'm determined not to go through this loop again. This will be the last time I experience these 100 days, so there's no way I'm seeing something like that. Something I'm seeing until I haven't lived through yet. At least we got away from them. If they got a hold of us taking off our suits, we would have really been in trouble. Yeah, I don't want to have to end up fighting myself again. They're probably still nearby. Should get moving before they find us.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Ay. Oh, well, I guess I still get my... Well, I get my exploration anyway. Desperately need materials.
Yeah.
I'll take this.
Ow.
I'll take this.
Yes!
Yay.
I'll take this. I'll take this.
Oh no.
Oh, dang it. Joke's on you, I kind of wanted a one.
We did it! Yes! We did it!
I'll take this.
Alright. Work outcome.
I'll take this.
Get rid of the lower rarity items. Ow.
Oh.
Where do you go? Okay, all the way up there.
Yes!
I'll take this.
Yay, but I don't need it.
I'll take this.
We did it!
Oh, wait.
Yes!
Oh, well, frick.
We did it!
Well, we got a large tire. Oh, frick. Not me. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes!
Alright, we're done.
I mean, at least we got some pretty decent enough materials.
Yeah. Finally here. Now that where's the old man? I thought I already explained this. I met him here once before in a previous loop, but there's no guarantee it will be. Marinate! We both spun around and thing there was. Ah, my apologies there. I meant you are late. It's my age. My memory isn't what it used to be. Let's see, like the kind of mistake you can chalk up to forgetfulness. Marinade is actually the process of soaking foods to soften them up. I could tell you a wonderful recipe for tender rip marinade squash. Not that I'd ask him to get to the point, but Hiroko beat me to the punch. Sir, I believe you're familiar with the curse cycle. You mentioned it to me before. Well, it wasn't really before from your perspective. The point is, I've heard you mention that phrase. Ah, yes, its stats look good, but once you equip it, you can't take it off. That's cursed equipment like you find in RPGs. This isn't a physical object we're talking about. It's... yes?
I'm really feeling it.
Huh? The time loop, that's what you young people call it, isn't it? So you do know about it. The curse cycle is a legend passed down in this land since time immemorial. A legend? Neurotic exists in a race with the blood of God running through their veins. The so-called brethren of the blood. It was a long, long time ago, but who knows, there may still be some out there today. These were people created by God's own will who lived a blessed life. Till one day, evildoers from a distant land appeared, and by use of secret arts created copies of the brethren. God was angry and visited a terrible retribution upon a number of these copies. That is what came to be known as curse cycle. Indeed, a truly dreadful punishment. A prison constructed not of brick and mortar and iron bars, but of time itself. Those within it were forced to watch history repeat itself over and over in an endless loop, as a cursed cycle. As for those trapped inside, not even I know what became of them. Perhaps they linger there still, never able to leave, constantly longing for the street release of death. And they all and they all lived happily ever after. Nothing about that was happy. So we're looking for a way to leave this loop. Can you tell us anything that might help? There's no mention of anything like that in the legends. Our shoulders slumped in disappointment, but then... Oh no, your tension's hit. I mean, not to mention it, there was somebody researching the curse cycle many years ago. His name was Norio Inon. Like, Inon. Well, now long dead, he was an impressive polymath at his time. He excelled in the study of both folklore and particle physics. From the Professor Inon, like, compile the research of his life work, and see what single volume of his goals with it was to prove the potential existence of the curse cycle and examine it from a scientific perspective. What's this book called? Reflections of Imprecatory Metapsychosis.
Ooh.
I know it all sounds having a cult, but it's got no relation to the cursed spirits of sorcerers, in case you're wondering. Will it tell us how to get out of the loop? I've never read it myself, so I can't say for sure, but there's a chance it could offer you some clues. Kirk and I looked at each other and nodded. I must say, you two are dressed rather strangely. Have you maybe come from space? Well, in a way. Something like that. We think the old man went our way. Okay. So, if we can find that book... We returned to the lab, and from there we leapt back to our steady fundamental timeline. On arrival, we took up the leap suits and talked about what we should do next.
Oh.
Our only lead is Professor Inon's reflections on imprecatory metempsychosis. Where do we start looking for something like that? Really, there's no sign that any libraries around outside of school. We'll just have to try inside the school then. Well, alright. We walked to the school and headed for the library. You're gonna spend the rest of the day and most of the night searching in the library's different index lists. It's no good, there's no sign of that book ever having been here. Nothing else by Professor Inon either. This message came up when I searched on the PC though. Records and database are incomplete. New books may have been added to the collection without the index being updated. So we have to search the stacks manually? You seen how many books there are in here? I'm afraid that's our only option. Started staring bewilderment at the rows upon rows of books and documents lined up throughout the room. It's getting late though, let's call it a day now. Our next defensive battle tomorrow night, so we should be fine. Sort of like during the day. Speaking of which, you remember which commander attacks tomorrow, don't you? Yeah, it's Ava. We'll need to think about what to do with her as well. Once we got to the roof, I parted ways with Kirika and went back to my room. What to do with Ava, huh? I thought about it, alright. I got into bed and thought about it for several hours. By the time I reached an answer, it was starting to get light outside.
Get ready for your 21st day. Prepare to spend. Be ready to give your life.
And I don't want to stop, but I gotta soon.
Yeah.
After breakfast here, can I head straight to the library? Before we start looking for the book, did you finish that homework I gave you? I look here, good guy. Yes, we're definitely not killing Ava. And why is that? There's a time where Ava's ghost tried to strangle me. It turned out to be just a hallucination of my mind made real, but still.
Oh?
I remember that too. It's the timeline where the Leo Jr. doll almost killed me. Or rather, the zombified Gi-possessed creature inside the doll. Ugh. I've been calling it the Box of Calamity timeline in my head. All the terrible things that happened to us in that timeline. All of our friends who died painful deaths. It all leads back to one thing. Opening that little box was the start of it. That's true enough, but it's possible that traces it back even further. Say it all started when I made the decision to finish off Ava. That's when she told us about the Box of Blessings, or the Box of Calamity, as it actually turned out to be. So you want to keep Ava alive and prevent this timeline going in a similar direction. Alright, that makes sense. I'll back you up on this. In the meantime, start looking for the Madam Psychosis book. I've got something I need to go do. What? Nothing you need to worry about. Just follow my instructions, understand? So then a couple of hours searching the shelves and the libraries. Tries me, I couldn't find any signs of the book we needed. Just as I was about to take a break, Hiroko walked in. How's it going? Nothing so far. How much of the library have you searched? Maybe a tenth of the whole thing? That's barely anything. What are you doing here? Going on a bizarre journey rereading your favorite manga? Kristen, I'm trying my best. Well, in a way, I suppose that's good news. It means there's still a possibility of finding it in here. I looked up at the remaining shelves. Hopefully. How about you? What have you been doing all this time? For starters, I got Kaku and Ima to stop fighting and make up for each other. I also spoke to Siri and Nico and told about any relevant details for tonight's battle that I could remember. Does that mean everyone else knows about Ava too? Yeah, Siri and Nico should have been told it by now. Okay, what else? What else? Don't forget who's the master here. Why should I have to explain every little thing I do to you? Just asking. I sighed and touched her glasses through her temple. Must have been checking the time. Anyway, it'll be sundown soon. I'm sure you'll have things you want to do before the battle as well. So spend your time wisely. I'll take over in here. With that, Hiroko's being nice to me. I get emotionally whiplash trying to keep up with her mood changes sometimes, but I'm not going to complain. Alright, if you say so. Thanks, Hiroko. Man, I want to keep going, but
Go on.
Gotta wait until after I come back from work this week. Man, it's gonna be painful.
Yeah.
Anyway, that'll be it for tonight. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Have a good night. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye.